And here we are. Welcome to episode 8 of Three Sisters Knit. I am Sheila and I am Shishi62 on Ravelry. We have an Instagram, which is Three Sisters Knit, and a Facebook page as Three Sisters Knit.
And I'm Margaret, and I'm on Ravelry as Magpie60. And you can also find me on Instagram separately, occasionally, as Magpie60 as well. And we have an Etsy shop as well, where we sell some of our handmade items that we finish. Mm-hmm. And that is on Etsy as Three Sisters Knit as well. So, welcome. Episode 8, as Sheila said.
Yes, and it's September 29th. Wow.
And it's kind of a drizzly day here. I was kind of...
it's looking like the sun's trying to come out.
It's been kind of drizzly, and I can tell by my hair that it's kind of frizzed up a little bit, so that is why. Yeah. We've had such a nice, long, dry summer, and into September it was really nice as well, so now we're starting to get the wind and the rain.
Yes.
And
we love the summer.
Yes.
A lot of people complain about the heat and sometimes the humidity. No. We're just like cannot get enough of it.
Yeah, we really like it.
We like that weather.
Yeah, for me, if it stayed...
September's usually a good month. I can live September. Yep. October is when I start going, I really want to go south.
Yeah, I think for both of us, if it stayed somewhere in the range of
75 degrees
75
Fahrenheit.
To me, 75 Fahrenheit would be
perfect.
Winter.
No, yeah. No wind. No wind.
And and then if it goes up to like 80-ish for summer.
80 to 90.
80
I'm
to
good.
90.
I'm good with it being really warm.
Yeah, then we're
happy.
We're happy.
We're very
and then we could have one day of snow on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then it can go back to 75
That's
again.
right. It can go away. Yes.
So if anybody knows of a place that's like that, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we think this one might be a little bit of a short one, particularly compared to our last podcast 2 weeks ago, because we had just come back from our road trip last time, and we had a lot of acquisitions to show and share, and we were really excited about them. So today... we're going to talk a little bit about our
just what we're up to
now. So I think the key for us right now is just getting a few things off the needle so we can actually start working on with the yarn that we bought when we were away. At least that's how I feel.
Yes,
it's like I'm going to get this stuff
I
done.
feel that too. I know when some of the times when we watch Mina, the knitting expat, one of her things is at the end of she tries in that last week of the month, she wants to get everything off the needles, and at the beginning of the month start new projects. So she tries to work through her projects every month, and so that when she starts the month, she's got empty needles, and then she can just go. I'm going, that's a pretty good if you can do it, it's a pretty
great idea.
So we're trying to do that.
Yeah. So we know
not always successful.
Yeah.
But
so you'll be able to tell by what we show you as our HOs as to whether or not we will do that in the next 24 hours.
And our FO. And what's
become
going on,
FOs
and our whips and things like that.
Yeah. So
but anyway,
do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'm just looking. Okay, I've got a few whips. I know a few weeks ago I mentioned about a blanket I'm making for my son, and it's in a huge basket.
It's huge.
Right
It's
now.
Getting bigger all the time.
It's so big. I'm just using up scrap yarn. It's kind of a memory blanket, and I showed it to him, and because he was always like, you never work on my blanket. You know how kids are, right? You never do anything for me. I said, it's being worked on. So I've been doing a lot more work on it, and I've just been going through all my odds and sod ends, and so it is mixed. But I'm going to tell him he still has to. I'll wash it if he wants it washed, or else it's not going to get done properly, and it's going to go puckering in some parts. But this is just a scrap blanket. It's a big 5-point granny square. It's massive.
It's massive.
It's like 7 feet across from one point to another point. So, but I look at this and I just think, okay, I may use this one for a blanket for one of my sons, and then I've made a cowl out of this one, and I made another blanket with mixing it with this for another son, and then here's a pillowcase I made one, and this one are pillowcases I made for my daughter-in-law. And then these yarns up here that you can see, just after our mother passed away, the day after, I was at my dad's, and for these red ones, this red and this brown one right here, a package arrived, and it was a package of yarn from Mary Maxim. And I said, what was she going to make? Like, it was one of the kits. And I said, who was she making this for? And he goes, I think she was making that for Margaret. So I made it the following year, and I gave it to Margaret and said, Mom had ordered this and said that apparently she was making it for you. So I made it for her. So it's got lots of memories. Yeah, lots of leftover yarn, little bits and pieces. This is one that I actually made for Irene, this color here. This greeny, it's called Seafoam, and a lot of this is a Patton's yarn. What do they call it? Oh, Peyton's Divine. So that's what a lot of it is, even the creamy color. This was a blanket that I did make for Alan at one point. I made Alan a cowl in this one, and this is for Alan. This is stuff that, like, there's a lot of memories in here. So I'm just...
So you started on, this is the most recent color you're adding.
Yeah, I just see it. It's just, there's no method to it. It's just all out. But the last time I showed it, I think I was like down here somewhere around here. So I've done like all these rows. A row takes me like half an hour to crochet around.
Because if you're saying it's what, 7 feet across?
It's 7 feet between one point to another point. So that's sort of like diameter.
Yeah.
So I'd hate to think. And he wanted a 10-foot blanket. I don't know if it'll be 10 feet, but I've got all my scrap yarn. It's all organized. Yeah. And when it's done, it's done. I'm not adding any more.
Yeah.
So it'll be as close to 10 feet as it can be.
So you can put a progress keeper on there, and then the next time when it's done, you can show it.
I'm going to do that because I should have it done within the next week or two. So, but yeah, so that's that one. And then I started on... this... I'm so excited that you're sharing this one because it's so beautiful. This one is from our friend... the Yarn Therapist, and this is her Shawl Sunset on Westwood Shawl 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon. So I started, the pattern I'm doing is the Moon Shadow Shawl by Zenny on Instagram, Ravelry, sorry. Yeah. And it is a free pattern. And look how beautifully this pattern shows off Jen's dyeing, the variegation of her dyeing. Absolutely love it. Oh, and the blues, as much as the blues, if you take a quick look, there actually is, you can actually see the difference. That's a good one. I can actually see the difference. It almost goes into a teal up here, and then it's more of the blue, and then it's sort of a purple blue here being mixed with the pink. So it does, and then the gray is one that I'm adding, and it is a River City Knits yarn. Rain City, that's it. Rain City Knits, and it's 100% merino. So this is how it's going to sit across the shoulders. Yes. And then it's just going to be gray from the color. Bottom. The rest of it will be gray. So it's almost like a sunset over stormy clouds. Yeah. I mean, it's so pretty. And it's so soft. I'm sitting there, and as I'm knitting it, I place it on my lap just to look at the gradient, and I sit there and I'm petting it. It's just so soft. It is. It's really, really so soft. Snuggly. I know it is. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. So pretty. And you can just see how beautifully Jen's done the gradations in here. Oh, she does a wonderful job of all of that. Yeah. She really does. She does an absolutely fabulous job of her... and it looks like it's one of those, really easy to knit and not lose track as you're going. It's such an easy pattern. It's wonderful. Fun, like a knit night pattern. Yes. The pattern... watching TV pattern. Yes. The pattern... the picture in the pattern shows it starting out with a light gray, and they've graduated it down to a black at the bottom. But it's very easy because you've just got these increases there, the 4, and that's why I have the stitch markers. I just know I increase one way and you just knit back the other way. It's garter stitch. Fabulous pattern. Yeah, it's really easy to do, and
beautifully shows off a gradient yarn.
It does. I figured I wanted a fairly simple pattern. I didn't want too much pattern because that takes away from the wool. So yeah, so I absolutely love it, and this gray is just absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it's a really nice kind of a platinum silvery. Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah, and it's very tonal. You've got little darker bits and lighter bits in it. You can see in the yarn where bits of darker and lighter. Yeah. Absolutely love it. Just love it. I'm just so enjoying working on this.
They go together so beautifully.
They do. I thought, well, I'll just do a few rows and see. If it didn't go, I would rip it out and try to find another yarn to go with it.
Yeah.
So that's that one, and then I have one last one. I've got more than that, but that's all I'm showing today. And this is another spiral staircase.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
And this is a...
that's really nice.
I know. It's a silk mohair blend, which it's so soft.
And it's got, because of the mohair, it's got that really nice halo to it.
It's a... I'm trying to see... No, I don't have it. It's Tivoli... collection yarn by S. Charles.
Yeah, I think it's Stacey Charles.
It is. It says in another part. It just says S. Charles Tivoli
on the label. Yeah.
But another little part says Stephanie or Stacey Charles.
Yeah.
So I'm making this one, and it's just a nice little one. These are great to whip up because they're nice, quick gifts.
They're a great gift.
Yes.
And the cool thing is that no matter what yarn you do it in, it has a very different look, and it looks. But it still looks really nice, and
because this is
fun.
Yes, this is being a whip that I just started this one basically this morning.
Oh, wow.
So I've done that much because it's short. It's short. You do like 12 rows, and then you decrease 10 stitches, and then you do another 12 rows, and you decrease 10 stitches. But you keep adding on, and this is where you're adding on is this bit there, which makes it very interesting the way
and that's sort of the edge that would go around the neck. So it's a very pretty edge.
Yeah. So those are my whips.
Lovely.
Yes, I'm done.
Lovely. Well, I'm actually going to start with an FO, and I think I first talked about this in episode 5, but as you can see, I am wearing now this is just I kind of made it up. I was looking at patterns for bunting, you know, the little triangles that you can string on a ribbon or something, and then hang them. And I just thought, because that would be kind of a fun thing to do with leftover yarn.
Yes.
For the summer. So I was looking at patterns for bunting, and I was looking at the way the triangle went up, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of neat on the edge of a scarf. So, and then I thought, well, anyway. So I had this yarn that is Manos del Uruguay silk blend, and I've had 2 balls of this in my stash for a while, and it just has a color number, but if you go on Ravelry and look at the number, it's actually named Wildflowers, which is funny because that's what I thought it looked like, was wildflowers.
Yes.
So this is the finished one that I made, and both ends. I just did the increase on one edge of it. So it just stays flat on one side, and a triangle kind of increase on the other side. So, and then the other thing I did was I just slipped the first stitch rather than knitting it, and because I find that gives a really pretty edge to it.
Yes.
And as you can see, oh my gosh, I just love these colors. There's something about the rose and the gold and the greeny blues that, I don't know, I just love, which is, I guess, why it's called Wildflowers.
Yes.
The other thing I did was I added a kind of a knit 2 together yarn over. And that creates, I still have to block this because I just finished it the other day. But it adds a nice little interest along what I think of as the edge. So So anyway, that's what I have done. That's my 1FO, and I'm really happy. And it turned out, like I said, two balls, and this is probably about, I don't know, I'm going to say 4 inches.
5 inches across.
4 or 5 inches. And it was just straight knitting. And look at how nice and long it is. And I can do a nice, like you could wear this as a scarf in the winter, but I'm wearing it, as you can see, with just a little, with a top, and you can just like that and pull it out. And oh my gosh, I just love how this ends up looking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
the
my
colors
one.
are really nice.
Yeah, I love the colors in this. Anyway, so that's my 1FO. Woohoo! I got one done. I got started on another one, and I have this one in my Dee Dee stuff bag that I got when I was at Love to Knit. You know, with my anyway. So this is one. So Irene, just before she passed away, she was working on a scarf that used 3 very different yarns.
Yes.
They were different weights. The colors coordinated, but they weren't exactly the same.
Yes.
And she was making this scarf, and you knit it kind of the length. So you cast on a lot of stitches, and then you just knit back and forth. It was garter stitch. She passed away before she could finish it, and she was making it for her husband. So I finished making it and gave it to him about a year later. And but I really liked working on it, and I thought it was such an interesting idea. So again, I still had one of the balls was one that I had left over from that project, because it was and again, because
that's the Queensland one.
Yeah, so it's this I don't have the label anymore, but it's Queensland is the brand. You've probably seen this. It's really pretty soft. I'm sure if you went on Ravelry and looked at it.
It's a lace weight.
It's a lace weight. It's very, very fine.
With a nice, it's got a shimmer thread.
Yeah, there's sort of,
very,
it's not metallic, but I think it's because of that barber poling or something that they call it. It kind of, in the darker colors, it makes it look kind of shiny.
Yes.
But there's obviously some sort of mohair or something that gives it a halo. Yes. So, and as you can see, it's got these colors that I'm realizing now are very similar to the ones in this color here. I do have a thing for these colors.
Yes.
So I had some of that left over, because with it being lace weight, there's tons of yardage on it. And then the Stacey Charles that Sheila mentioned, the Tivoli, I actually have some of that. I have the...
Just put it in one of your
I put it in one of the pockets. That's one of the cool things. Because this has like a billion pockets all the way around, you can actually just... I just stash my labels in there. So is that one? Yeah. No, that doesn't show on that one.
That's the one.
Oh, so anyway, I'm just going to show you Tivoli. That's kind of what the label looks like.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 52% silk and 48% kid mohair.
Yes.
It's very nice. So Sheila's working on it in one shade of a plummy color, and I have another plummy color.
That one's more fuchsia.
Fuchsia,
it's
kind
like
of.
A dull fuchsia.
So you can see these two together. And then the other one I have is this one here.
That looks like in this.
Which is the I can't say. Mille Colore by Lang. It's that one. And this doesn't have a colorway on it. It actually has a number that I think it's 7256 that I suspect is the color number. Oops, a little too high there.
Yes.
So as you can see, 92 meters in that. And I can't... Can you read what it's made out of? I think it's like... Oh, it's...
it is 50% virgin wool and 50% acrylic.
So the combination of these three, I thought, I'm going to try just my own version of that scarf. Because I love the purpley colors.
Yes, and you just sort of knit one row, and then the next one you go back.
You go back,
and you just
with a different yarn.
You carry it, or you blend it in up the side, and you just keep going back and forth.
So as you can see, I have on this side. So when I got started, you've got the ends. And before I kind of figured it out, I actually have a couple of ends, but. So what I've done on this side, I've got the Mille Colori, the Lang, and I've also got the Tivoli. So these two are here. So I will pick up, I just finished knitting with the Lang one on there, so I'll knit back on this side. And then once I get over here, I have the Queensland, the skinny yarn. So I can pull that up and knit across. And as you look across, you can see the other thing I thought, well, this one is a little bit different than the one that Irene started, in that when I used the Queensland, the lacy weight one, I thought, oh, I'm just going to do the, you know, the 3 wraps. So I did 3 wraps for each knit and dropped it on the next weight. So I thought, I just really want something really funky. I think when I end on this one, I'm also going to add a fringe at each end, because I think this particular style of will suit a fringe on the end.
Yes.
But I'm not quite sure, and I also think it'll give it a little bit of length. I don't quite know how long. The other thing I did, just for ease, is I added these little things about every 25 stitches. I would add a little stitch marker.
So you can keep
so
track.
Just so that I have a sense, because when I was doing
it's not fun trying to count them, and when you
number of stitches really doesn't matter. But this way, at least, as I was casting on, I could track the number of stitches. So I have over 200, but I don't remember exactly how many.
That'll be plenty long.
Yeah, so I have over 200 stitches on there. It's a drag casting on over 200 stitches, I will admit.
Yes, it is.
But I think it's going to look totally cool when it's done.
Yes.
Like each yarn just adds something different. The other thing, if you were thinking of doing something like this, what I would suggest as well is, because these 2 yarns are actually very, very similar in weight. The one that Irene had done, it was more of a thick and thin type of yarn. So that's actually gives it a really nice texture as well. So anyway, I just thought that one was really fun, and I love the colors in that. And because if you think about it, you could wear this now. You could wear it in the spring because the purples and everything just look super. So that's my other whip that I've got going on.
And with it being open, it's actually kind of light too.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking it's a really nice transitional piece.
Versatile.
Yeah. So that one, I think, again, it's going to be kind of skinny, because when you when I block it, I think I'm going to try to stretch it out just a little bit so that those lacy bits really show through. So I don't actually have an awful lot left to do. So the hard part is actually casting on the incredible number of stitches, because it's just garter stitch when you're going, and you can kind of do whatever you want. As I said, I thought, well, I'll just add some extra wraps on the knit on this one and see how it looks, because it's all in my head and nobody's gonna know if it's turning out or not. It's just anyway,
it'll be what it'll be.
So that one is gonna actually be for sale at some point, because I think somebody will probably like it. And and we'll see if it gets snapped up, then I might make another one at some point with other. But it's a great way to use up if you have like 1 ball left or half a ball of something that's quite a bit of yarn. It's a great way of kind of using it all up.
Yes.
So I still haven't quite finished my pendulum. I figure I have about 6 rows left, and then I will show it to you next time. I will be wearing it. I promise.
I'll make sure I'll crack my whip and get her going. Now I have a finished object.
I got yarn things going there.
Yarn fibers.
Yarn fibers.
This is another spiral staircase.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I know you showed this before.
Yep, but I've done it now. It's been washed. It's blocked.
I love this color combination. Well, I like purple.
This is great because it's a really nice, lightweight scarf as well. It's really funky. Like it's very lightweight. You can wear it loose and just have, But it's quite nice.
Yeah.
And this is from Picasso's Moon.
This is, now you talk about it.
Okay, this is the Picasso's Moon yarn, and it's the Octopus's Garden. I have another ball of it, and which is the same colorway, but it's very bright. But this is
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love how you can really see the little hits of yellow in there.
Yes,
it's like a surprise, a little surprise, a little gem.
And the yarn didn't really pool. Like you get, there's that one little bit like right there where it has pooled a fair bit. But it's not really a pool of yarn, so it's quite. I absolutely love it. I just absolutely love it. And it is one. Yes, it's wool and alpaca, but you can wear it against your skin. It's not. I don't find it scratchy at all. No. But I always, because I have one that I made for myself. This is not for me. I put the big side on first, and then wrap the smaller side because it makes it easier. I found doing it the other way, I don't know why, but it just seemed to want to shift all the time. So I do it this way, and it just seems to work out better. But yeah. So, but that's it. It's lovely. I absolutely love it. But it's done. I have another work or finished object, but it's being blocked right now, so I cannot show you it right now.
It's in the other room. It's
the Conundrum scarf that I made out of the it's Turtle Pearl Baby Boo, which is 80/20 merino and bamboo. This is what I have left. that will be the third scarf that I have made from this ball. It was it was lace weight, so it's lace weight. So I think I'll be able to, I've only got about 6 grams left, but I think I can double it up, and I'm going to add it to make a square. I'll knit it double and make a square for my.
That's a good idea for the cozy memory blanket. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's it for me.
Yeah.
That's me done.
Yeah. So I don't know that there's much else.
No, there really isn't too much else to do.
Yeah, I think since we came back, we've been
now it's stash busting.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to try, yes, all of this that's
just mine.
Yes, so that's all of Sheila's. So we're going to try the Mina Phillips approach and try and get some things done.
Yes.
As I said, you can see, I'm not sure. I have a little bit more to do on that purple one. And as I said, I think I've got about 6 rows, and then I can bind off my pendulum shawl, which I really want to get done. And I think I might be able to work on it tonight while I'm here with Sheila.
Yes.
So here's hoping. Here's hoping. I really.
I'll crack my whip and make sure she gets down to it. But when we came back, we got our lovely bags.
Artisan bags.
Artisan bags, and she gave us the little sock blocker keychain with the pattern for the mini socks. The yarn that she gave me, this is all I have left because I made one.
Isn't that cute?
So now I have 2. Awesome. I have a black one.
Oh my God, I love
this is much thicker because I think this is worsted weight.
Yeah.
So it's much thicker. Nice. But this is a fingering weight, so the size is different even though, but I'm going, that's fine. I know.
Oh my God, they're just so cute.
I know. That's it.
This would be really cute. You could like string these together and
that's what
hang
I'm
them in front of the fireplace.
On the Christmas tree. Just make a whole garland filled with them. Crochet it and then add it on. I made what I did with the yarn at the end is I crocheted a little loop.
And sewed it into place.
Sewed it into place so that you can use it for hanging. Either string something through it or whatever. And I even did that when I made the black one, which is the one I did first because I cast that one on first just because I had some black left over. But yeah, stockings come in all different colors, so why not?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's such a great idea.
Yes. So I really enjoyed making that.
Yeah.
They're nice. They whip up in about an hour.
Oh, that's nice. And that would be fun, even if, you know what would be really cute too? If you make one of those and then you if you're going to somebody's place, like, because we're moving in, I hate to say it, but we are moving in towards Christmas, so, or the holidays,
Yes.
if it's not Christmas, but holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
If you were going someplace and you were bringing, let's say, a bottle of wine or some other hostess gift or something, and then as you wrap it, you could add one of those little stockings, one of these little things on the side. And how cute would that look hanging from the side of a
wine
bottle, a wine bottle, or a bottle of balsamic vinegar or lovely olive oil or something. Just it would just look really cute.
Yes,
really sweet. So,
or you could even put them as a at a place setting, because I remember Nana made bigger stockings, about that much longer, which you could easily do.
Yeah.
And she would put a candy cane at each place setting with a little sprig of pine in there as well, and just place that on everybody's place for the place setting.
Instead of pine, rosemary, a sprig of rosemary.
Oh, that would work good too.
Yeah.
But I
love the scent
makes
of
a nice little decoration for each place.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
You know what else would be cute? Sorry.
Or a gift tag. A gift tag even.
Is if you got well, a lot of people do this. If you have a cork, so you would stick the cork in there so that it stood up, and then you could put like a name thing on there too.
Yeah,
that
place
would be
card.
A place card.
Yes,
that would be really cute.
Yeah.
So anyway,
the
ideas are endless.
I know. So. I just remember Nana making these for like having a bunch of them made. And she put that, and I still have a couple of them in all my Christmas stuff that Nana made.
Oh, that's nice. So that's your husband's
grandmother. Yeah. Yes, Nana Hannah.
Yeah,
that's her, Nana Hannah.
Yeah. So that's a great thing.
Yep.
Oh,
I know. Fond memories.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So. Anyways, that's about it. It's like we said, this is a short episode for sure. So now we just have to worry about trying to work on all of this yarn.
Yes. Oh, it's a tough life.
I have many ideas, and we're trying to...
we're actually coming up with some ideas for cows,
for
knit-alongs.
Yeah.
We have one... I think we have sort of settled on something for the new year.
Yes.
But we're trying to decide if we want to do something between now and then.
Yeah.
Because we know that a lot of our knitters, or craft people, like to make things. So we're trying to think about, what would that be?
And also I know that October's coming up, and there's one that a lot of them are doing. It's called Socktober. We're not huge sock makers. We will make socks. At least I have made some socks, and I do want to make some more. I don't feel I'm into doing a Socktober type thing, but we've got October and November. Thanksgiving for us up here
is October,
and then in the States you're November. And then it's Christmas. So we're trying to come up with something. So we will hopefully by our next podcast we're going to brainstorm, and we'll settle on something. Mm-hmm. Contact some people and see what we can do. Yeah. So anyways, thank you very much for joining us. Yes. And we will see you again in a couple of weeks. And be kind to everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.